Hey guys, it's May 3rd, which means May is Mental Health Awareness Month. So today I'm talking about OCD, which means Obsessive Compulsive Disorder. So I have OCD. I honestly didn't think I did. I just thought that I was being a germaphobe. But I don't like to eat food with my hands. I will use paper towels or I will use utensils at whatever cost. I will use chopsticks, forks, spoons, you name it. I've tried to not think about it and just eat with my hands, but it's literally I have to. So, according to the web, it says obsessive compulsive disorder features a pattern of unwanted thoughts and fears, obsessions that lead you to do repetitive behaviors, compulsions. These obsessions and compulsions interfere with daily activities and cause significant distress. You may try to ignore or stop your obsessions, but that only increases your distress and anxiety. Ultimately, you feel driven to perform compulsive acts to try to ease your stress, despite efforts to ignore or get rid of bothersome thoughts or urges. They keep coming back. This leads to more ritualistic behavior, the vicious cycle of OCD. OCD often centers around certain themes, for example, an excessive fear of getting contaminated by germs. To ease your contamination fears, you may compulsively wash your hands until they're sore and chapped. If you have OCD, you may be ashamed and embarrassed about the condition, but treatment can be effective. So, I do wash my hands a lot. To me, when it comes to touching food, I can wash my hands 5 times and it still won't feel clean enough to me. When I'm in the stores and I'm touching stuff, I have to put hand sanitizer on because I feel the germs crawling up my hands. And I always thought that it was just me being a germaphobe, but then a friend of mine said, no, that's OCD. So, that's me. I've tried to not care, I've tried to wash my hands and not care, but as explained, it's a compulsive thing. I wouldn't say that I'm a really bad one, but I also don't like to go out to eat. For 2 reasons. One is because of my GERD. I end up burping when I eat, and it's embarrassing. The other reason is I'm paranoid that people are staring at me while I eat. Yeah. And the other thing I want to talk about today is, how I cope with my depression and anxiety. So, one is my dog. This is Severe. She helps me a lot. My fears, so to say, have turned into I don't want to leave the house. So I stay at home with her all day. I don't like leaving the house. I know that's not healthy, but I don't. I feel safe at home. I don't feel safe out in the world. Of course, who can really blame me with all the stuff going on in the world? So I stay here. Hang out with her. Right now I play DDLV during the day. Another thing I want to talk about was, I think yesterday I mentioned the mental illness, the impact of being sick can have on your head, mentally and physically. So, like I said, I deal with chronic illnesses. Sorry, Safira is wanting to chew the camera. It impacts mentally very bad. You come to realize that you're sick, you're young, I'm 26, and you will die. Maybe not at 50, maybe in a few years, maybe in a year, maybe less than a year. And it makes you want to be free, it makes you want to go do things you've always wanted to do. I wanted to travel. And about a year ago or so, we went to the beach, and it wiped me out so bad that I couldn't. I've realized traveling is going to wipe me out too much. When Yes, it was last year. It was when my grandfather passed away. The whole road trip up there and back, I was fine, like, health-wise and everything. Like, I felt, I guess it was adrenaline or something. But when I got home, I was wiped out for, I think, a week or two. It really, it just wiped me out. Which is sad because that was my dream, to travel and do all that, but it just takes too much out of my body. Unfortunately, this is the after effects of what the infections have done to my kidneys. So, symptoms of obsession disorder is fear of contamination of dirt, doubting and having difficulty tolerating uncertainty, needing things orderly and symmetrical, aggressive or horrific thoughts about losing control and harming yourself or others, unwanted thoughts including aggression or sexual or religious subjects. Examples of obsession signs and symptoms include fear of being contaminated by touching objects others have touched, doubts that you've locked the door, turned off the stove, intense stress when objects aren't orderly or facing a certain way, images of driving your car into a crowd of people, thoughts about shouting, obscenities or acting inappropriately in public, unpleasant sexual images, avoidance of situations that can trigger obsessions, such as shaking hands. So see, when I heard OCD, that's what I thought. I thought that it was like your need to like have everything organized. I never thought that me being a germaphobe like this, like the way I am with germs, was OCD until a friend told me. I personally don't think there's anything wrong with having OCD. I don't see anything wrong with it, so I'm not seeking help for it because, you know, this is my lifestyle. I don't see it getting in the way of my life. I don't see it really hold me back from things, you know. Others, however, will view it differently. So that's pretty much everything I wanted to talk about today. I am late because Saphira, it's caused me to have a rough day. It's her first day off the cone, so she's super energetic, and she ran out the house this morning, and we had to run down 3 blocks straight, and I'm winded. So, my throat's even a little sore. So, I'm going to go ahead and end this video here. I don't know what I'm going to talk about tomorrow. I tend to just research early in the morning, and just think about stuff. So, I will see you guys tomorrow, and please, if you like this video, hit the thumbs up and hit the subscribe button.